Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at The Handy Creators.
It's like a furnace outside at this moment, but what better to do than play with water?
Water!
So this week we're doing something a little exciting.
So we have been wanting to pressure wash our driveway for the last few weeks, and every time we thought about it, we had a little debacle going on because Adriana says that we needed a professional grade pressure washer, and I said that we could do it with our affordable pressure washer that I purchased to clean the car. So after many back and forths, we decided to see who was right.
So my dad does pressure washing for a living as one of his trades. So he has a professional pressure washer. So he was just a call away. So today's video is going to be a little bit interesting, and we're going to tell you why or why not you should hire out or do this on your own.
So we have the DeWalt. Give me a second.
He wasn't ready.
For the professional pressure washer, we have the DeWalt 3800 PSI pressure washer that you can purchase from a local Home Depot. And on the affordable side, we have the Portland 1750 PSI pressure washer, which I purchased at Harbor Freights.
So we're talking about a bit of a difference in price here. We're talking one that ranges from 1,000 and so to 100 and so. Prices may vary depending on specials or whatever.
We wanted to put these to the test and see if you really need to A, hire a professional to do this with a professional pressure washer, and B, if you are going to purchase your own pressure washer, do you really need the high-end version, or can you go with something more affordable?
Also, what makes these a little bit also different is that the professional one is going to be operated by gas, and the affordable one, on the other hand, is electrical. So that is, I think, a major difference between the both of them, but we are going to be giving both of them a fair shot. We bought some pool chlorine, which we will be spraying all over the driveway. This is like a little hack that people do when they come to your house to leave your driveway like spotless. And we're going to be giving this the same amount of time and just see what quality is best. And also,
Who was right? So we're gonna split this little competition into two parts. A, which one is faster?
because
Time is money. And second, which one does a better job? We're gonna start off by spraying everything with the chlorine, as Adriana mentioned. Let it sit for about 15 minutes, maybe less because it's very sunny outside. And then we're gonna start square by square by square.
Also, little disclaimer, we are not professionals. We don't do this for a living. This is just an experiment. We're trying to take all the safety precautions that we know that these machineries require. And second, if you do own one of these most affordable pressure washers and this is what you do your house with, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a friendly competition. And just if you are interested in knowing if you should invest more in something, if it is worth it. With that, I think it's time we shut up and get started.
And see who's right.
Me. So here we're spraying the chlorine, sorry. I feel like all of our grass is gonna die at the edge.
Probably.
It's worth it.
We'll have a white driveway.
You okay there?
Yeah, it's hot.
Guys, look at his pants. Look at his pants.
why I can have
Look at his shoes. Please subscribe to our channel, guys.
We have let the chlorine sit for 15 minutes and we're gonna start pressure washing. Our driveway is broken up into 8 even squares, and the first test we're gonna do is quality. We're gonna see if a more affordable version can actually keep up with a professional grade pressure washer. Adriana will be using the professional grade one. That's why she is prepared to do so. And I'm gonna be the homeowner who bought mine at Home Depot. Let's turn both of these machines on and let's test the quality of these pressure washers.
Let's get an up close of both.
This is the Portland 1750 PSI pressure washer. I mostly use it to clean the cars, but I honestly think it could do this kind of job. The only difference, or the only modification that I made, was I purchased this extra nozzle from Ryobi so that I could switch out the ends. So
And
all
the
you,
one you have on right now, that's for extra pressure.
this is
correct?
for extra pressure, correct. So all you gotta do is plug in the hose in the front, plug in the water, and turn it on, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, so she's really quiet unless you're actually pressing the water. So it's nice if you live even in an apartment, you could use this for your back porch. And it's nice because it won't disturb your neighbors or anything like that as much as other ones.
And on this side, we have the professional grade one, which thanks to my father-in-law for trusting us with this thing. This one is a little bit more professional. It's more industrial, more industrial use, and it is gas powered. So it does have a little bit more power, and there's a few more steps to actually get it running. Obviously, you fill it up with gas. You're gonna turn the on button on, press the throttle, and then you can go ahead and start pressure washing. So let's get this hooked up and see the noise that this one makes. Make sure with any of these pressure washers, make sure the water is always on before turning on the machine. Go ahead and press the throttle, turn it on, and then we just pull. As you can see, this is very loud. Still like that one more. Let's start pressure washing. Make sure to always wear your PPE before doing this type of project, no matter which pressure washer you decide to go with. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can tell. We finished the first two squares and they look pretty similar. I do feel that there are some areas like here where we've stained it, and obviously the pressure washer, a more affordable option, did not take that off. But overall, it did a really good job of removing what is I guess the real grime and dirt that you catch on from a lot of time using this driveway. So I definitely know we're gonna lose what is the time portion of this pressure washing challenge because Adriana clearly finished before I did. But either way, Adriana and I are both gonna set timers. We're both gonna set individual timers, and we're gonna see who finishes first.
But since I'm a fair person, I'm also making a mental list of cons because everything good has a bad. Not everything is as it appears. And like always, I feel like at the end, I'm gonna have to be giving pressure washers out there a huge shout out. So let's keep going.
Let's both set timers, if I can find my phone, and we're gonna see how long it takes to pressure wash a square with a professional pressure washer and an affordable one.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I have to get a head start. Can you go make us coffee? You said turning yours on. You said turning yours on. Oh crap! And for me, it took 9 minutes. It was about a 2-minute difference.
Sorry.
Something that I do feel like helped me be a little bit quicker would be to use the pressure washer in the direction of the grain and do it that way. That way it was easier to remove whatever is stuck down there. So
And also, just the time that it took me to start the machine, he was already started. I think the third test that we want to do is it's going to be once we're all done, I'm going to come with the professional pressure washer over his side, and we're going to see if it really cleaned it or if it was still missing a little.
I think overall, I would just say we had a little bit too much fun with this water. It was nice, honestly.
We wanted to end the video after we changed our clothes and we were all full of water. So we have a few thoughts about pros and cons that we wanted to share with you guys about each machine. But before we do that, comment below who you think won this competition.
I'm pretty sure I did.
So I guess I do want to make a note out there, and I hope if you do this for a living, you don't hate me. But I definitely do not think that this is a project or a job that needs to be contracted out. With either of these two products, you could definitely do this on your own. Again, your circumstances are different, and maybe you just can't do the job because you can't be out there doing it yourself. But if you can and you could afford to buy one of these, this is something that you could definitely do on your own.
The biggest difference between the two pressure washers is that the more professional one is gas oriented, while the more affordable one is electric. This both has a pro and a con. The pro being on the gas side is that it is a lot more powerful and it is more manageable since you don't have to be running around your area with an extension cord. Now the con of this is that the electric one, as you guys saw, was very easy to turn on and off. You didn't have to worry about running out of gas because as long as you pay your electric bill, you should be fine. And it provided the ability of being quiet when you weren't using it, which is something that the gas powered one is going to be running the entire time that it's on.
With mine, I have to give some pros. It was stronger, it was faster, and it is gas. So like he said, you don't need to have this extension cord everywhere. I know now with prices of gas going higher, I mean, I don't know if that really is a pro or a con, but definitely if you are looking for speed and power, I would highly, highly, highly recommend the gas one. It is way more powerful, and you guys saw that I was able to finish a job way faster than Jesus was.
As far as the affordable one, the pros are that it's very lightweight, easy to move around. It has that feature that turns on and off so that if you're in a place that you don't want to be making noise all day, it has that amazing feature. And it is on the more affordable side, so you won't be breaking the bank to get the specific pressure washer. Another pro to the affordable one is that not only can it be used to pressure wash your driveway or your house, it is also an option if you want to wash your car or do other smaller projects. Unfortunately, the gas-powered one is too strong to wash a car, because if you do that, I promise you, you're going to be damaging your paint. I guess I would say that's another pro of going the affordable route.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I don't think, well, I started pressure washing like our door just a little bit, and it kind of ripped some of the paint off. And I have like these two huge pots with succulents. Let's just say that was a little chaotic. I had to end up getting the smaller one and kind of like trying to clean the area a little bit more, because the big one has so much power that it was just blowing everywhere. As far as the cons for the gas one, the machine itself is huge. Where are you gonna storage this, right? The size is really big. Also, it is heavy. It is very, very heavy. Not only the machine itself, but the gun where you're shooting water. If you guys see in the video, I kept holding it like this, then I had to change it like this, then back, because my shoulder, my arm was getting very tired because of how heavy it was. So again, that's something to take into consideration if you are looking into purchasing this, and if you do suffer of like aches and stuff, it might be something good to think about. A second thing would be the price. Of course, it is higher up there in price. Is this in your budget? Can you afford this? And if you could afford this, are you really gonna use it enough that you're gonna get your money worth? But I would say, and I'm gonna finish my part here, if you are looking into doing this as a business, I would definitely, in my opinion, go with the more expensive one. Even if it's heavier, even if it's that, the power itself and how quick you could do the job is definitely worth it, in my opinion.
As far as the affordable one, obviously the cons is that it is not as strong as a gas-powered one, and that has to do with how the motor is actually run. It is also a bit patchier, so if you guys saw throughout the video, there were some spots where we had stained the driveway, and we did have to get the more powerful pressure washer to get this out of the way. And of course, time. It did take me a little bit longer to do it. Now, whether that's worth the 10x in price, that is totally up to you and your time and how you value your time. But I honestly feel that if your driveway, if you're just trying to maintain it or you're trying to maintain an area, the affordable option is a good way to go. And as always, we're gonna link both of them below and where you can find them in your area and in your stores.
So we hope this video was helpful to you guys in any way. Let us know if you guys like this type of content where we put to the test more expensive versus more affordable. Yeah. Sometimes we think like, oh my God, this is more expensive, this should be better. But that's not always the case, you guys. Sometimes money or branding or name doesn't necessarily mean better. And I guess maybe that was the whole point of this whole video. Thank you so much for joining us.
As always, make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you on our next project. Bye.
Wait.
Bye.